Welcome back. It's a great day for this Wednesday. It's the 19th of August, and joining us at the desk is our good friend Brett Moyer from Karl Chevrolet as we get you caught up as the latest and greatest happening over at Karl Chevrolet. So, what's happening up at the Rock?
Oh, geez. Well, like we were talking earlier, we're selling cars, and we've got a few different things to talk about. Like always, our certified pre-owned that we've got. We've got a great selection going on there, and something that was brought up to me that I think is a real interesting fact. Across the nation, more people drive Karl Chevrolet certified vehicles than anywhere.
That's got to make you feel good when you realize that.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big number.
When those numbers come back, definitely.
Yeah.
And it said no worries. We just saw a thing that said no worries, and that really is the truth, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And the fact that those numbers are so big aren't by chance. It's because of the way we do things and the way Karl demands that the vehicles are inspected, and then how we take care of our customers if they need anything after the fact.
And the important thing is you're not paying any more for this. Actually, in a lot of cases, you're paying less for that because of the volume you guys do.
Exactly, and that's a key. You know, the value's there, plus, you know, the price is going to be more than fair.
What does the certified mean? Obviously, you go over the cars very specifically, lots of things you're looking at before you put them out on the lot.
Yeah, well, first of all, to meet GM standards, it can't be like a rebuilt car. It's got to have a good title, and it's got to meet, I think it's 72-point inspection. That's just for the GM part of it. And then the Karl standards go beyond that. And the way Karl views it, if he can't sell that vehicle and stand behind it and feel good about it, he'll just kick it to the side. We'll take it to the sale and let somebody else deal with that.
Yeah, why would you want the trouble? Exactly. Yeah. It's a lot easier for you guys to do that.
Exactly. And not everybody does that. You know, there's some of the certified dealers that if it'll squeak by, it'll squeak by.
It'll go through.
Yeah.
I mean, do you have people coming in asking for Carfaxes or anything? Do even people do that anymore? There's so much information out there, but you still, if you're buying something that's pre-owned, you don't always know exactly what you're going to do.
And I'm glad you brought that up, because each and every certified vehicle that we have has a folder on it.
It does.
And what it consists of is the certification, and then we will have the bills in there, every single thing that we had done to that vehicle to get it up to our standards, I should say Karl's standards, and they can see that, and it's all right there.
So you don't have a sheet, you don't have a single fact sheet, you have an entire folder.
Exactly, on every vehicle.
Every vehicle that you have on. Now, how many vehicles do you guys have that are going to fit into this standard, this Karl standard?
Well, right now we've got about 250 vehicles on the pre-owned lot, and I'd say probably 90% of those are certified. And some of them, the reason that they're not certified, if it's a non-GM vehicle, or if it's something that is older than GM will allow, or maybe a little bit more miles.
Now, let's say I purchase a pre-owned car. I drive across the street to Old Chicago, have pizza, so I've driven off the lot. What kind of protection or security do I have once I've driven off?
I'm really glad you brought that up also, because Karl standards go beyond. If you go buy a certified from anybody else, you've got 3 days, and it's an exchange policy. And if you decide you've made the wrong choice, you've got 3 days. Well, Karl's has 7.
So 7 full
days. Yeah. And so, and you know, it's happened to all of us. You think you've made the right choice, but for one reason or another, it just doesn't feel right.
Right.
And you can come in and exchange it for a different vehicle.
Okay.
And it's one of those type of things that I know that even if in the unlikely chance that you don't have what they're looking for, you're going to find it.
Absolutely. And like you said, the chances are pretty good.
Really good, as a matter of fact.
Even with pre-owned?
Yes. Yeah. And that's what we're talking about. It's pre-owned on that. Yeah.
Okay.
And you can usually go out and find something. If people are looking for a specific model, specific accessories, you guys will go out and see if you can grab it for them and make sure it's in good shape.
Yeah.
And when it comes to accessories, you know, if you need to add something, I think there's a place there at the Karl Chevrolet universe that might be able to install something like that.
Anything, and it doesn't matter if you've got a GM vehicle or what it is. a lot of trucks, and then not only trucks, but they do boats, they do motorcycles, as far as any accessories, audio.
Yeah, you put some audio in some pretty interesting things too.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of years ago we were out there and they were installing. The boats were the one thing that caught our attention.
Yeah, and they do an outstanding system in the boats.
So if you're ever at Saylorville and you hear a great sound system blasting away, chances are real good it came from Karl Chevrolet, believe it or not.
Yeah.
All right, so if people want to get more information on this, Brett, how do they do so?
Either pick up the phone and call us, or karlchevrolet.com. At karlchevrolet.com you can find out everything that we've got going on, and our vehicles have pictures, multiple pictures on every vehicle.
And there's something else that's available on karlchevrolet.com too. They have a chat feature where you can chat with somebody who's there live, and and you talk about them getting back to you in a hurry. Because when it first became available, I remember I jumped on it and I was just messing with the guy while we were on the air here, and they got back to me within like a minute, and I said, well, tell Karl this, and I just, as a joke, and they did. And they went over and told Karl something. It was kind of funny. So again, they do respond rather quickly.
Yeah, yeah. And then one other thing that we've got going, and we talk about this a lot, but it's to the customer's advantage. We've got a really big Silverado push going right now.
Good.
Oh, yeah.
Monthly, Chevrolet's been putting up a pretty tall objective for us, and the advantage for the customer is we have to hit the number, so that's a good deal for you if you're looking right now.
Now, Silverado is the most popular truck in Iowa, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there again, the most popular truck, I don't know if everybody knows this, but more Iowans drive Chevys. That's
a fact.
Yeah, it's a fact. And not every state can say that, but we can, and we're proud of it. In fact, Karl has us write that on our business cards, handwrite it on there. More Iowans drive Chevys.
Perfect.
And he's proud of that.
And find out why, just head up 35, exit 90 at the Rockford Karl Chevrolet. All right, Brett, good to see you, man.
Thank you.
All right, take it easy.